Hey everyone, I'm Mackayla, and today on the Soundtrack of Our Lives podcast, we are joined by Ella Rosa. How are you doing today?
I am good. Again, Monday is Mondaying, but we are living and we're slaying and we're loving.
Yeah. So, Fun came out mid-October. It's been out for a little while now. What do people think of it?
I've been hearing, it's weird being a artist. I think from my end, everyone's like, I love it. I try to just keep on that kind of end of it because at the end of the day, I really love it. So the response has been really, really good. I haven't had anything negative, but you never know. I'm loving it, so that's all that really matters.
It's most important that you love the music you make.
Exactly. Period.
And you also put out a music video for it too.
Yeah, oh my God. That was like honestly the most important thing to me because I kind of wanted the visuals to be the most forward-facing thing.
Hmm.
Um, and Augusta, who did the video, was just she hit the nail so on the head. She's just so like she's really, really, really creative and she's from she's Slavic, she's from Norway.
Hmm.
So we kind of like understood each other in a way that it wasn't so sometimes I find it hard because I'm from England, I'm from New York, I'm kind of from all over the place, and she really understood that because she had a really similar background to me. So
Yeah, it's good that you found somebody you were able to connect so well with.
yeah, exactly.
Do you have any like fun memories from the shoot?
We actually we shot three music videos in one day.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, so it was basically just us running around LA, me literally in like tights and heels in like Echo Park, like dancing. It was very funny and hectic, and it was the kind of energy that I always love working in, honestly.
So you prefer the chaotic environments?
I do. I think I just work best when I'm like high anxiety.
Yeah, I think there's also something to be said for at that point of the day when you're probably like when you're close to being done with the three shoots and you're just so high off of the energy, but you're also like not quite fully there.
Oh my God, no, there's literally nothing there's no drug that can match that feeling. I swear. Like I feel like I'm in a different planet. It's crazy.
Yeah, then you wake up the next morning, you're like, wait, that was real?
Yeah, yeah, no, real. Like, real. Crazy. And I feel like I put on almost like a different personality or like it feels like a costume and it feels like a different persona when I'm like putting on Ella Rosa show.
Hmm.
So so that was really, really fun to do that for the whole day. And I honestly love shooting. Like I'm never like, ugh, I don't want to shoot. That's like the fun part. It's literally playing dress up and going on camera. It's like silly.
So what would you say is the difference between you and the Ella Rosa persona?
I think I'm definitely a bit more like chill day to day. I would definitely say I'm not so like high energy, but like in a good way. I kind of try
Hmm.
to like conserve as much as my energy as possible,
Yeah.
just day to day. And I like to just be like an entertainer when I'm being Ella Rosa. It's way more fun, and I think that's what people want.
Have there been parts of her persona that have kind of bled off into you?
100%. It's like when I have really bad social anxiety. So when I go into situations, I don't think most people even know because I'm like putting on a dose of her,
Hmm.
um, which feels really, really comforting and it feels almost like protected. I can't tell if that's like a toxic thing or if it's a good thing, but it's working for me right now.
I mean, I also have really bad social anxiety, so I feel like any kind of tips or tricks you have to get through it
Yeah,
is
and it's
very
also
helpful.
like I don't know if you find this, but when you're it's more like the build up. When I'm there, I'm like, oh, this is so fine. But the
Hmm.
build up of like being in the Uber or being in the car before, like that's honestly why I started making music in the first place because I was like, none of these songs are making me feel excited about going out, and I'm like still really, really nervous. So that's kind of what I did, like build up music to go out
Hmm.
almost.
It's like I think it's the unknown that's the scariest part. But then once
Yeah.
you're there and you're kind of in the environment, you're like, oh, this is okay. I can do this.
Yeah, but like I hate that too when not knowing. That's I'm like the most annoying friend when someone invites you somewhere. I'm like, who's gonna be there? What's the vibe? But like not even because I want to know
Yeah.
that it's gonna be like cool or fun. I'm just more like I need to prepare myself.
Hmm.
I simply must.
I've taken it where I tend to be the friend who plans the things so that I am not thrown into those
I
situations.
used to be, I literally used to do that too. Like I used to plan all the get-togethers, but then I just got too tired and I was like, I actually can't keep doing this. But I
Hmm.
do like run my own events, like in general. So that's probably why I like doing that so much, is because it's like the vibe is under my control.
Yeah, you have complete control over everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
And there's no more unknowns.
Yeah, exactly.
And then I feel like it's also something different to stress about because you're not stressing about the social anxiety part of the event. You're stressing about the event running as smoothly as it can. And so it's an entirely different thing to be focused on.
Yeah, exactly. I hate having to like harbor, nothing is worse than social anxiety in that way, when you're like harboring just the energy of like other people.
Hmm.
I hate that. I constantly feel like I have to make sure that like other people are having a good time, and it's like so exhausting and it's not healthy, I don't think.
No, I mean, I don't think any kind of anxiety is, I mean, yes, there's like anxiety in certain situations is very helpful, but too much
Mhm.
anxiety is never helpful.
Yeah, like for work it really helps me to plug along. Like I don't think I would do anything if I wasn't like, oh my God, I'm on a deadline, you know?
Yeah. That's like, yeah, I know it's annoying, but it's also like I don't think I wouldn't get things done. I probably would have never
Yeah.
achieved anything if I wasn't always anxious.
Yes, there's like a perfect, what's the word? Like in between sweet spot.
Hmm. Yeah. So how would you say moving around so much has impacted the music that you make?
I think that's a really good question. I love that question. I think I have probably just experienced, one, how to be like a chameleon, fit into like, or it's just a survival thing that I've learned how to
Hmm.
do. And then two, I've just seen like different, like what clicks in different environments. Like I think like a continuous thing that I've uh been doing in any of those places is like I've always gone out and I've always been in kind of the electronic music space,
Hmm.
whether that be consuming or making. And I think that's like the the massive point for me is like I know what the crowd wants in that environment, and I think
Hmm.
it's really interesting to see like there are tiny nuances in like Europe, and there are tiny nuances in New York and LA, and even different places that I've never lived. I find that really interesting. It's similar to how social anxiety works. When you pick up on the energy of the room, it's the same
Yeah.
thing when you're like making music or playing music.
So when you're writing your music, do you often find that you're kind of writing it for a specific place, or are you just kind of taking them all together and making a new thing?
It's more of like a taking where I'm at in that moment thing. Like usually like how it will work is me being in a session, and that will be on a certain day where I'm feeling a certain thing. I try not to like premeditate what I'm gonna do, because I
Hmm.
like to like catch lightning in a bottle as much as I can in those sessions, because maybe I'll think of an idea of like something that's energetic or happy or whatever, and then I'll get to the session and I'll be like, I don't know, on my period or something, and I won't be 100% feeling it, and I'll be like, I
Yeah.
don't want to do something like this. Um, so yeah, it's kind of like a, like it also takes in account of like what I've had experienced in my life too. So it's like that along with the equation of how I feel in the day.
Yeah. I think it's
Yeah.
also, as you were saying, very important to not expect something from yourself when you might not always be able to
Yes.
like perform that way.
Yeah, I think when it's forced, it like literally never ends up in a good spot ever.
Hmm.
Like just even with anything, like socially, musically, career-wise, whatever, but like I think when it's forced, it just doesn't, like art does not come out
Yeah.
good.
You have to allow for the human aspect of life,
Yes, exactly.
which is annoying, but it's
Yeah,
also important.
yes.
So when you're kind of feeling uninspired, what do you do to kind of rekindle that inspiration?
Really, I'm trying my best to like understand that of myself, but I think like right now I'm not feeling like hugely inspired to create, because I'm doing a lot of like promotion and shows and organization stuff, like
Hmm.
life stuff. So I try to make myself actually just focus on that so that I can get it like out of the way to my best my ability, and then when I'm feeling up for it, which it will come, like it comes in waves for me,
Yeah.
I just kind of like let it flow. But when I do feel that like excitement, like jittery feeling to create, I really try and like strike while the iron's hot.
Hmm. What do you have any memorable shows that you've done recently?
I did an event last summer, which I actually absolutely loved. Like I put on my own event and it was really, really fun. Um it was like 600 people. It was very, when I say fun, it was very stressful, but it was like at the end of the day, like we got some great footage from it and it was really, really fun for people to just see what I've been up to in the last couple of months.
Hmm.
And then also I went to Munich recently and I did a gig for H&M, which I really, really loved. I just love like being able to travel and work. That is like fully the goal for me.
Do you have a place that you really want to go to at some point?
I really, really, really want to go to Ibiza. I've never been to Ibiza.
Any particular reason why, or just something you've always wanted to go to do?
It's like very heavily DJ, like core. Like everyone there is a DJ and everyone is DJing. Um, I think I just like the party scene there seems really, really fun. So I'd love to play there eventually.
Yeah, that would be, I think you'd fit right in. That would be very
Yeah,
cool.
really fun.
There any, is there anything when you get to a new city that you have to kind of figure out, or like something that you really like to do when you arrive somewhere new?
I like to do I just saw a TikTok about it and I was like, oh, that's so true. When you get off the flight and you like put your bags down and then you go explore like with absolutely no plans, you just
Hmm.
explore like your first meal there. Um,
Yeah.
that's like a feeling that it can't really be matched. I love that.
Yeah, I think it's always fun. I mean, obviously, you should have some idea of what you want to do when you get to a new place,
Yeah.
but it's also fun to just have some time where you're just exploring and doing whatever the heck you want.
Yeah, I'm also a massive like museum girl. I love museums, so I try to hit up any museum I can.
Me too. Do you have a
Mhm.
particular type of museum that you prefer?
I like seeing art because I really can't like paint or draw anything. So I love seeing like canvas art or tapestry art. Like that's
Hmm.
really, really interesting to me.
Do you have a favorite museum that you've been to?
I was in when we were in Munich, we went to oh my God, I can't remember the name of it, but it was I'll remember it and send it to you. But it was it was this palace and it was amazing. And it was just really cool to feel like, wow, people actually lived here one time. And then they had a little exhibit of all the carriages that they used to go in, and there was like
Oh,
these
cool.
snow sled carriages, and it was just so like it was just so amazing. Like I love royalty and all that stuff. I think it's so interesting.
Yeah, I love history is my favorite kind of museum. Like any kind of history museum, I'll be there. I think it's just it's so fascinating.
It's so fast. And it like it's a weird feeling. Like it gives you like a feeling of like calm. It's like being in a library, I think. It makes you
Hmm.
feel like you're among things that have an older energy and like it feels wiser and yeah, I love it.
Yeah. Because I live in Boston, so I'm driving through history all the time, and it's so nice.
That's so wait, where in Boston are you?
Um, kind of. So I actually live right outside of Boston, like 20 minutes outside.
Okay, okay.
But
My cousin just moved there and she's like I feel like you guys get along. She's
oh,
really cute.
that's
Yeah.
awesome. What does she do?
Yeah. She does gender studies at I don't know what university. I think it's maybe BU. I need to ask
Okay.
her.
Yeah,
Um,
there's so many colleges in Boston.
yeah, she told me, but I God, I'm so bad. I did not remember. Um, but yeah, I love Boston. It reminds me a lot of England.
Never been to England. I want to go someday though.
Yeah, you should. You need to.
What are the top things that somebody who's never been to England should hit up?
I would say fish and chip shop, like that's unmatched. I would say going to the West End is really, really fun. The Opera House is amazing. You have to see the things. Like you got to see like Big Ben, you got to see the House of Parliament, you got to see the big the London Eye. Like
Hmm.
that's funnily enough, they're all really close to each other, so you can like literally walk from like one to one in like 30 minutes to an hour.
That's
So
awesome.
yeah, so it's really, really fun, like to see everything walking distance from each other.
That's really nice. I feel like nothing here in America is walking distance from each other.
No, no, especially in where I am, LA, it's not, it's so annoying.
So what would you say was kind of the hardest part when you go to new places, like when you were younger, adjusting to new places?
Um, that's a hard question. I think my hardest thing from moving from England to New York was probably just like the culture. I felt like we like obviously you're speaking the same language, but it feels so different
Hmm.
in terms of like just culture. Like I had no clue on like the humor is different too. Like I think humor is always a big thing for me. Like I kind of make a joke out of everything, and
Yeah.
when people like, don't pick up on that, it makes me feel very like isolated.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like humor's an interesting one because I feel like every culture kind of has their own humor, and then each friend group itself has a different kind of humor, if
Oh,
that
it's
makes
so
sense.
important. No, it's like so like nuanced, and I find it so interesting, but it's really like if you don't have humor, like what's the point? There really is no like that's like the spice of life.
Yeah, like I grew up with sarcasm, and then I have some friends who don't understand sarcasm, and so I have to like tone it down when I'm with them because not
Oh my God.
everything will translate because I'm just
That's the
always
worst.
sarcastic.
Yeah, that's the worst. I hate that. When
Wait,
people
which part? People being sarcastic or it not translating?
not translating. I'm like, it's obviously a joke. Like,
Hmm.
like sarcasm's like so it's such a good form of humor.
Yeah. I feel like that's mainly how my family communicates is through sarcasm.
Yeah, me too. Literally, like I like when people take the piss out of themselves. And I think when you can't, it's giving like you take yourself way too seriously.
Yeah, I think there is something to be said for being able to. I think sarcasm is one of the kinds of humors that's it's self-deprecating, but you're also it's not in a bad way though.
No, it's not. It's like funny.
Yeah, you're like kind of understanding yourself more, if that makes sense.
Yeah, exactly. And I do, like nothing's worse than being around someone who's like obsessed with themselves and doesn't know how to like take a joke. So
Hmm.
I try not to be like that ever.
Yeah, and I feel like that's just not fun for other people to be around. Nobody wants to be around someone like that.
No, I don't for sure.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, if you have something great in your life, I want to hear about it, but then we can move on.
Exactly. Period.
So, what advice would you go back and give yourself when you first started making music?
I think work ethic. I've always had a good work ethic. And like I pride myself on how much I do work and how hard I work. But I think more like patience is something that I wish I could have told myself that I needed a bit more of.
Hmm.
Um, I think that would have helped me definitely in the long run. But it's hard when you're younger. I think you just kind of expect everything to kind of fall into your lap a little bit
Yeah.
more. And that was definitely me when I was a kid too.
I feel like you also just have to experience life in order to understand how it works.
And also with art, I think like I want to see art from this is just my opinion, but I want to see art from people who've like lived life and
Hmm.
experienced some like crazy shit. So I think I needed to just like maybe experience a bit more and then make some music. But I was
Hmm.
just in such a, I wanted to like output, which
Right.
I don't regret, but
Yeah. So, how would you say your songwriting has changed from when you first started to now?
I think I'm learning how to do less. There's a lot
Hmm.
of like, I feel the need when I'm going into like a session or working with a new person, and I feel the need to like show off how much I can write and all this stuff. And some music is best with like breaks in between it and like moments of pause.
Hmm.
So that's definitely something I'm learning, like rest and pause.
Yeah. And I feel like that's also just important in life in general.
Actually, yeah, it does transfer into that too.
I think that's something that I feel like the American culture really struggles with is taking a break.
Oh my God, yeah, I've like noticed that so much. Like people don't know, like I do love LA, how people like know how to chill and relax and have a real life. But I think most of America doesn't have an off button.
Hmm. It's good that you've been able to find yours.
I know. I think it's just because I'm like been doing it for a while. So I'm like, I need to have some type of escape. I must.
Hmm. What is your escape?
going into nature. Like I love doing hikes and I love working out in like outside.
Hmm.
Um, so that's something that I've definitely found that like keeps me inspired too. Like being able to touch grass, you know.
Yeah. I don't think there's not a whole lot more inspiring than nature.
Someone told me that in Switzerland they give you like they prescribe you hours to like go on walks and like climb a mountain and if you're feeling depressed. So I will take
Wow.
that advice any day. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if anybody wants to prescribe that for me, I'll take it.
No, literally me too.
I love going out in nature. It's just so refreshing.
I feel like Boston has really good nature now.
I think so. Yeah. There's a lot to do.
And like it's very green and lush. Feels like that at
Not
least.
not so much right now because we're heading into winter.
Yeah.
So it's kind of
Is it freezing?
it's it's been weird. It's like this week is like there's days where it's like 50 degrees, but then also it's like 70. So it's
Oh
weird
my
right
God.
now. Yeah. It's like not quite fall, but also fall. It doesn't make any sense.
I'm trying to just hold on to I hate cold. Like I'm not a good cold weather girl. I get really sad.
So you're not going to be coming out to the East Coast in the winter.
I actually am, funnily enough. I'm going to every year we go to Vermont.
Hmm.
So I do that. I get my like little fix of snow. And then the minute I'm like, okay, I've spent every day waking up at like 1 p.m. and I can't get out of bed, that's like giving sad.
Hmm. Do you like to do anything in the snow? Do you sled or ski or snowboard, or you just kind of hang
I
out?
s- no, I snowboard. I love snowboarding.
Oh, me too.
Um, oh really? Yeah, I feel like you like the East Coast has really, really good um snow, but like recently I haven't been it's really been like icy, so I'm like not going out as much as I used to, but I still love doing it. If I can just do it once a year, that would be nice.
Yeah. I mean, I've never skied out west, but it's supposed to be just entirely different because it's all powder and no ice.
Yeah, I've heard that too. Like I've heard it's like gorgeous. I really want to go to Europe and snow, like in the Alps. That'd be
Oh,
gorgeous.
that'd be so fun.
Yeah.
You should definitely plan a tour where you can take time to go snowboarding.
I know. I'm like manifesting that for next year.
Yeah, that would be an insane trip.
That'd be so cool. It'll happen. We'll
Yeah,
manifest.
someday. Just get sponsored by like a giant snowboard company.
I know. Just get sponsored. That's all we need.
Yeah, and then
Really?
they'll pay for
Oh,
everything.
exactly. Is that so much to ask?
If anybody listening knows snowboard
Yeah.
sponsors,
Come on, Rip Curl.
yeah, she needs it.
I need it. Don't we all need it though?
Yeah, I feel like there's just something so refreshing about just going down a mountain.
And it's also like the only time really in the day where you can't go on your phone. It's like that's why
Hmm.
I like working out and going on hikes and stuff when I literally don't have service or when I'm forced to be fully, fully where my feet are. I love
Hmm.
that. That feels very present.
Yeah, and I think the other thing about like skiing or snowboarding is that if you get distracted or think about anything else, then that's dangerous.
Yeah, exactly. It's like you're going against yourself.
Right. I mean, it's the same thing with driving, but people still do that. So,
Yeah, exactly.
how would you say that your opera background influences your music?
I've always kind of tried to like deny that past, and then I realized that like everyone, or at least I feel like my generation, are really craving culture again,
Hmm.
because there is such a big flux of electronic music, which I love. So I'm trying to kind of put both two and two together. I'm trying to do like electronic music with some elements of opera, like that in the last single I released, Fun, there was a lot of like old opera vocals that I use in the end. Um, and like some elements of that in the next song that I have coming out called Stay for Love. And like honestly, the rest of the project is like going to be quite opera coded, but like mostly electronic, but with like opera elements.
I like it. So you just mentioned that you have some new music coming. Can you share
Yeah.
anything about it?
Yeah, I'm doing I have a song coming out on the 15th called Stay for Love, and we have a really cool music video coming out. It's like really ridiculous. I painted my whole body silver. So that will be really cool. And then I'm releasing a remix of Fun at the beginning of December. And then that's kind of like done for the year for me.
Hmm.
And then next year we're just releasing like song after song every month. So definitely watch the space because like it's gonna be so much music.
That's super exciting. I'm super excited to hear all of it.
Yeah, I'm so excited. We've worked really hard on it, so should
Do
be
you,
good.
yeah, do you have a song that you're kind of most excited for it to come out or anything like that?
Stay for Love, this next one has been something that like I'm really, really looking forward to releasing just because it's like so dance coded. It's a song that I've always wanted to kind of make. Um, it's very tongue in cheek. It's just upbeat and it's like a really feel good song.
Well, I'm glad you're able to create the music that you've always wanted to create.
Yeah, finally, God.
I think there's something to be said for, creating something that you like.
Exactly.
Because, I mean, if you don't like it, why make it?
Exactly. That's tea.
Yeah. I feel like this day and age, there's such a push for just content to always be created.
I just, yeah, I'm like, I love the fact that it's encouraged to make like video and visual content, but like,
Hmm.
it's kind of, I can imagine how it'd be really daunting for some people to have to like make videos for a thing that like they never want. Most musicians don't want to be forward facing. So it's like,
Right.
you have to find a workaround from that.
It's like sometimes people just get into music to make music, not
Yeah,
for everything else that goes along with it.
exactly. And I honestly, I think that's really cool when people are like, I'm actually not going to subscribe to that. I'm going to do my own thing. I think
Hmm.
that's cool.
Yeah, I think there's something to be said for kind of just knowing yourself well enough to know that that's not you.
Exactly. And I think when you like, that's the advice that I always, again, when you ask me what advice I'd give for myself is like, stop. I'm such a sponge. And I think like when you're doing something that you think is really cool, people are going to notice that. And it's so obvious. So like, just follow that because it's cool.
Yeah, and then also, if you're doing something you don't like, people are going to know that because you're just going to be inauthentic.
Exactly. It's obvious. Like you can see that when an artist is doing something that's unauthentic.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think with people just wanting content 24/7, it's dangerous because then you're not always, people don't always care that it's the highest quality content. They just want the
Exactly.
content.
Yeah, exactly.
And I don't agree with that, but there is something to be said for there is some amazing content being created because of it.
Yeah, and I'm excited by that. Like I think that's really cool, but I feel like it shouldn't be a mandatory thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it's also, the whole mental health aspect of it is a whole
Yeah,
another issue.
it's hard to keep up because like I'm not the type of person that like when I'm down bad, I don't like get really deep into my music or I don't really get really deep into my work. I kind of just like hermit and then when I'm like coming out of it, that's where I create. But and I think that the world of like having to make like videos a day and having to post 3 times a week on Instagram is like that is not sustainable for someone who's in the right mind.
Hmm. Yeah. Agreed. Life is hard.
Yeah, yes, but fun. Life is the best.
Yes. But fun. Back to the
Yeah.
new single.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. So before I ask the last question today, was there
Mhm.
anything else that you wanted to mention or talk about?
Honestly, no. Like I think we covered everything. I just like encourage people to keep watching this space. I have music coming out literally every month, so there's going to be a lot of stuff coming out. I perform in LA probably like every weekend at this point. So yeah, join the ride. Come along.
Yeah. We definitely covered a lot today.
Yeah, we did. Love it though.
Yeah. So the last question is, what is the soundtrack of your life?
Wow, that is a great. Honestly, like Sati, the composer, is someone that I listen to every day. It's really, I wouldn't saying that's a soundtrack is like really sad though. Because his music is really like somber. But I think it's more like not somber actually. Let's just say pensive. I would say
Mhm.
that would probably be the soundtrack of my life in terms of like where my default brain
Yeah.
lies. Yeah.
I love that you just knew your answer right off the top of your head. It's not
Yeah.
every, sometimes it takes people a while to think, and sometimes it doesn't. It's always very interesting.
No, that one's like a go-to for me. I think I stand by that.
Yeah, I love that you have that music for you.
Thank you. Thank you so much for today. Like I really, this was so easy and fun.
Oh, I'm glad you had so much fun. I just love talking to people.
Yeah, you're really good at it.
Oh, thank you. So, for our listeners that want to listen to fun and then hear all of your new music when it comes out, where can they find you?
Literally anywhere. I'm online perpetually. So um I have a mailing list too that you can find on my Instagram bio. I actually like use it myself. So I like will be texting everyone and it's really, really fun because I'll be like having a thought in the day and I'll be like, I'm gonna text my little group chat this thing. Um so that's like where you can find stuff live and then you can find like all my music on any distribution like platform that you listen to, YouTube, Spotify, whatever. I'm on TikTok, I'm on Instagram, I'm on YouTube Shorts. I am, as they say in the Charlie world, everywhere.
Yeah, well, again, thank you so much for coming and talking to me today.
Oh, cheers. I'll speak to you soon, yeah?
Okay, yeah,
See
bye.
you
Have a
soon.
nice rest of your
Bye.
day.
You too.
Listeners, go check her out and make sure to subscribe and follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok at STL Labs Podcast. Thanks for joining us.